Hello everybody and welcome back to another Forza Horizon 4 video here on my channel. So in today's video guys, what we're going to be going over is Japan. Yes, Japan again. Welcome back to another Japanese Forza Horizon 4 video. Obviously these are all over the internet already, but I think I just need to go over a few things because I've been thinking about things on and off for a while now. But we're just going to go over a few things and why something could actually be quite cool. And I'll go over that in just a moment. But before we get into today's video, guys, if you are new around here, what I do on the channel, guys, is I post loads of Forza Horizon 4 informational videos. And if you do go to enjoy today's video, guys, please slap that like button as hard as you can and subscribe so you never miss any future Forza Horizon 4 informational videos here on my channel. If you want to go that step further as well, guys, go ahead and hit that bell button to get notified when I do upload a new Forza Horizon 4 video. So, I've been thinking about this on and off for a while, so it seems like, obviously, the most requested location is obviously Japan, because of the new leaks and because people want to see with car cultures and the roads. So, I don't blame you at all, as it's quite high on my wish list as well. Something to keep in mind though is the direction of Horizon games recently, especially with Forza Horizon 2 and Forza Horizon 3 experimenting with vast off-road landscapes and even snow and ice driving. Japan certainly has some snow and ice, but vast off-roading opportunities maybe not. Unless they decide to go away with vehicles like the trophy trucks and have more of a Forza Horizon 1-esque driving world, which obviously I am perfectly fine with, and they either have to take significant liberties with the locale, to the point of it being Japan by name only, or choose another location altogether. So now I've been starting to think of places that all have different types of weather patterns and driving surfaces. Ironically, one of those places was obviously Colorado, a homage to Forza Horizon 1. Snow by the Rockies mixed with a southern southeastern warmer climate like Horizon 1, perhaps combined with farmlands or fields to the east like areas of Horizon 2 and 3. Also thinking of Michigan as well in America with dense urban driving and one of, if not one of the most famous automotive culture sites in the world, but for snow to happen it would have to be winter. Well, for those that actually live there, they can have it as early as October and as late as May, so it could have some leeway either side. And they certainly don't have much in the way of off-roading, unless you want to destroy the cornfields and cherry orchards. So another thing that was rummaged around was the thoughts of the United Kingdom in my previous video, France, Germany, Russia and Brazil. So those kind of places as well all had the same problem that Michigan would with the weather. They're entirely affected by the seasons, unless you go quite large with Russia and off-roading would amount to whatever hills you can drive over. I then realised like a location like Colorado would be ideal for all of this, but it's been done already. Would Playground Games and Turn 10 really do it again? Probably not. So I then thought about California, but I feel that'd be too similar to Horizon 1 in the fact of where it is. I then pondered about somewhere in the Scandinavian region, Sweden, Norway, Finland, but I don't think it's sunny enough up there. It may be kind of a winter stage of a rally more than a sunny raceway. And it'll be kind of gloomy the whole time as well. But then again, a few guys have sent me over some suggestions, and then a brilliant thought was thought up by them, which was Africa. Most specifically, South Africa is the most developed part of the African region, but deserts, Cape Town, Cairo, Johannesburg, Chapman's Peak Drive, Sani Pass, Casablanca, wildlife photography opportunities, Mount Kilimanjaro, Madagascar and Mediterranean expansions would be absolutely perfect. Obviously, some liberties would have to be taken with the size, but it can be done. I mean, Australia fit into like 22 square miles, so I think it probably can be done. Also, there will only be one radio station in the game. This is a great suggestion by one of my followers here, and it plays Toto's Africa 24/7. Consider this one, Turn 10. Obviously, that's only a few suggestions. It won't actually happen because the game's basically finished already. We're just speculating at this point. We're just waiting for the announcement at E3. There's a few also things I'm going to go over now about Japan and the Japanese car culture. So ever since the first Horizon, people on these on the forums and YouTube comments, over on Twitter, on Facebook, they've all been wishing that the next Horizon would take place in Japan, and it's not hard to see why, because Japanese car culture has a huge influence on global car culture. So after covering a festival in the United States, Europe and Australia, it would seem like Japan would be the logical next step for the Horizon franchise. However, there is more than just wishes here. This is a theory that's been come up with and some quite quite tenuous evidence. So I do believe that we are already seeing hints that confirm that the next Horizon will be set in Japan. So to establish this line of thinking, let's travel back in time to Motorsport 6 and Horizon 3. So Motorsport 6 is DLC. I've been over this in a previous video as well, guys. However, I'm just going to go over it again for you. So Motorsport 6's DLC included several Australian cars, which at the time were remarkable because Australian cars had not been given much of a focus in the franchise at all. Then, Horizon 3 debuted, showing that the cars had a dual purpose, filling out the roster with Australian cars for an Australian setting. So, looking at that, let's take a look at Motorsport 7 and Horizon 4. If we will be arguing that Horizon 4 will take place in Japan, we'll have to consider that many iconic Japanese performance cars are already a part of Forza's roster, and they have a much greater representation than Australian cars did at the time of Horizon 3. But if we look at the DLCs available for Forza 4, you'll see a pattern emerging. A Honda Ridgeline Baja truck, a Land Cruiser modified by Arctic trucks, a Nissan Bluebird race car, and a JDM off-road Nissan Safari. These cars do seem to be filling out the gaps in Forza's Japanese car roster for a Japanese Horizon. The off-roaders are the most telling, but with Horizon 3, classic race cars have also appeared in Horizon games as well. Obviously, there is no way to prove this at all, it could just be a massive coincidence, but I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes open scanning the future DLCs for any Japanese vehicles that would fit the Horizon theme, and these are certain things that if they show up in Forza Motorsport 7's DLC would lead some credibility to the theory. Any vehicle, a Japanese van or truck, or news of any deal being worked out with Toyota, these would be incredibly strong indicators that we're definitely onto something here with Japan. Obviously, guys, time will tell. We will see over at E3 in a few months' time. But that's all the information I have for you in today's video, guys. I did hope you enjoyed this little let's talk, I think I'll call it, about Japan and possible locations for Horizon 4. If you want me to, guys, I will go into a bit more detail about the UK, Japan, Canada, Australia, all those things that have been thrown around for Horizons 4 location, and I'll just break them down one by one for you, giving the reasons why it could and why it will not happen. But like I said, guys, that was all up to you. You can comment down below if you want me to do that. But anyway, guys, that is basically it for me in today's video. I did hope you enjoy it, and if you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you over in my next video, guys. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.